Megan Williams. She's a competitive runner, award-winning author, and the founder of the self-publishing agency. When Megan was training for races, she was also writing and publishing 2 books, one that she has co-authored with her 9-year-old stepdaughter, and starting a company and working full-time. During this stage, Megan had to learn to manage her time effectively. She shares this approach during her workshops and with clients, calling it managing monkeys, and she's here to share it with us today. Welcome to the show, Megan.
Thank you. This is great. I'm happy to be here with my monkeys.
Yeah, the concept behind this, managing monkeys.
Well, as you explained, I'm not really different than anyone else. I've got a very busy schedule, and I have a lot of things that I want to do in my day. But this managing monkey approach is something that it's less about understanding what is on your to-do list and more understanding about how to manage your monkeys or how to manage what's on your to-do list. So to best explain it, I can walk you through a little bit about what an average morning might look for me, and it'll kind of explain itself. So an average morning for me, I'll be on my way to work and my husband will say, just as I'm about to leave, hey, do you just text me what you want me to pick up from the grocery store later? I'm like, yep, no problem, I'll text you, I know exactly what I want. It's probably kale. So now I've accumulated a monkey. Then I'm on my way driving to work and I call my mom and she's like, hey, I love the salad dressing that you made the other day. Do you mind sending me the link to the recipe? I'm like, yeah, sure. No, I know exactly the site to go grab it from. I'll send it to you once I'm in work.
Another monkey.
Now I've got to feed another monkey. Now I get into work and a colleague is like, Megan, I've got a PowerPoint. Do you mind sending me that logo for me? I know you know where it is. It's probably a lot faster if you do it. And you're right, it is probably a lot faster, so no problem. I'll send that to you. And now I've got another monkey. Then before I get to my desk, my boss pops around the corner and she's like, Megan, do you mind drafting that news release for me? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I want to feed that monkey. So now I've got another monkey on me. And it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. So what we want to talk about here is recognizing who's feeding what monkeys. Monkeys don't care where they're being fed. They just require to be fed. So which of these monkeys do I want to feed and which ones are actually somebody else's responsibility? And what I can do is I can tell my husband, you know what I like from the grocery store. I trust you. Go ahead and just grab it. I don't need to text you. I can tell my mom it's the recipe from Canadian Living. Just look up sesame seed poppy dressing and she can go and get that. So now I've offshed some monkeys. And then I can tell my coworker, it's no problem, I'll be happy to get you that file. However, I probably won't get to it till this afternoon or maybe tomorrow morning. Do you mind hanging on? And you know what, she can either go get it herself or she can wait. But either way, that's not my monkey to feed. And of course, the one that is my boss's monkey, the one that I want to because I want to do really well at it, of course I'm happy to keep that monkey and feed it. But now my to-do list is a lot less than what it was when I started the morning. Does that make a little bit of sense?
It makes sense. I'm learning to say no.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not no forever, it's just not right now. Because I don't know anybody who was raised to say things like, no, I don't want to be helpful. We all want to be helpful, but especially when it comes time to finding time for our workouts and for running, and it's very important for me, I have to make sure that when I'm feeding, my monkeys are the ones that I want to feed, and I'm not doing everybody else's to-do list before I get to my own. Because I still have a training workout that I want to do at 6 o'clock that evening. I don't want to sit in my desk at 6 o'clock because I never got to the things that I wanted to do.
So, Megan, tell us how would this approach work for runners?
Well, similar to how it works for all levels of corporate people or your personal life, the idea is that you want to make sure that the monkeys that you're feeding are yours. My running monkey is one of my favorite monkeys. I feed it every single day and it's always a priority, and I make sure that that makes the priority list over getting somebody a file that they could probably find themselves, or messaging somebody a recipe that that they can go and find themselves. Because all of that, they might not be big tasks, but those little tasks accumulate, as so many of us know in our day. We're like, oh, I've got to remind somebody to do that. Oh, I need to tell my sister to go pick up my kid. All these different things we take on, and all of a sudden we start losing time in our day. So it's actually recognizing where our time is getting lost so we can make time for our running monkeys.
And your appointment with yourself too, right? Is making that appointment, as I said, and doing it, and just managing your monkey skills. So that's what works for you.
Yeah.
So you work with corporate clients. So, like, any tips that you could share as well?
I think the main tip is to remember is that nobody likes somebody who is overwhelmed, and none of us are like the best version of ourselves when we are overwhelmed. So I encourage everybody to take a look at their monkey list and all the monkeys in their zoo, and that would be personally, that would be professionally, that would be health-wise, and just take a look, because sometimes what I find that people are recognizing is that their to-do list is filled with things that might not actually be theirs to do. So what we want is that when that workout monkey or that running monkey comes up in your life, because it's important to you, you want to feed it, to make sure that it's one that you're actually feeding and not letting slide off. My other tip for people is that if you do have a monkey on your to-do list, like a great example is people who buy a yoga pass, for example. They've got 10 and it's just nagging at them, you know, like, come to yoga, and you're always thinking about it. The thing is if you can't feed that monkey, your schedule doesn't allow for it, you don't want to feed that monkey, shoot it. Shoot the monkey.
Shoot the monkey.
Because all that ends up doing is that it just adds to your to-do list, and it's always something on the back of your mind. It's something I should do, when really you should be feeding the monkeys that you want to. So
yeah, that's good. And
does that make sense?
And maybe one last question: where can people go?
If they want to get in touch about either coaching or learning how to find time to write a book or writing a book, they can contact me on social media at The Self Publishing Agency. And any information about my book specifically, you can go to meganwilliams.ca.
Great. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Happy running.
You're welcome. And we'll